Good morning, good morning. Waiting for it to let me go and there we go. No, there we go. Bloop, 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 bloop. Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday, the 18th of August, and welcome to a Scorpio moon in this eclipse portal window. So it's gonna be chunky. Definitely gonna be chunky, guys. So, so did you expect to wake up like this is the beginning of the words. And I don't know whether you are feeling cranky or frustrated or sick, just not feeling great. All of these things are relevant. So just be aware that today's going to potentially be a lot. Good morning, Sam. How are you? All right, so I'll start by reading the words. All right. The morning has us feeling deeply. It may be physical, it could be deeply psychological, but you're here because you want and need change, whether you like it or not. Let your inner light or your guides help you down this path to an experience that will ultimately expose a truth that has been waiting for you to arrive at. So I feel that like there's a lot of exposure happening today. So, like I said, the moon has just gone into Scorpio at 7:46. I was watching it, so what's that, 45 minutes ago? And we've got like with the planetary action today, we've got like Mars, Pluto, Chiron, and then later on in the day, because of the configuration, we've then got Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter. But first, so the first one we have at 9 a.m., so in half an hour is moon opposition Chiron. All right, so we've got Chiron at 0 degrees of Taurus retrograde, and that moon at 0 degrees is just like fully. So, again, how did you wake up feeling? Are you feeling vulnerable, or like, like myself? I'm actually quite surprised because that first eclipse was exactly square on my planets, and if this is the effect of it, I'm okay with that. I've just got to continue to heal because now my cough is green. So it's getting to that point where it's starting to move. But anyway, Chiron, how are you feeling? Are you feeling vulnerable? And I guess the reason why I said it's equally possible to be physical is because of that Chiron in Taurus. So it's our senses. So when I was sort of doing the words, like, I mean, I had body aches. So I was like, all right, are you feeling this physically, not just psychologically? Or could be both. All right, so that's at 9 a.m. Now, the next one we have is the moon square Pluto at 3 p.m. All right, so this is very, very strong feelings coming up. Now, in addition to that, all day, excuse me, we have the moon trine Mars. So this is giving that strong feelings a bit of a push. So it could be rash behavior because of the strong feelings, or it could be bravery, being able to face that Pluto square, which ultimately brings up truths that need to be exposed. All right, I feel like I need to do this again. No, Sam, it's just you and me, darling. All right. So again, watch for that 3 p.m. because at 4 p.m. when that moon trines Mars, I just feel like if you're not on top of it today, the cranky could just keep rolling. All right. So now between at 10 o'clock, we start an inconjunct to Neptune. So that's between 10 and 3. So watch for your facts. All right. It could be having you feel like you are spiritually connected. Um, but it could also put some misinformation or some sort of delusion into the mix as well, causing frustration and those strong feelings again. That is exact at 3 p.m., which is the same time as that moon square Pluto. So again, I've just heads up today on the big feels. All right. Now between 1 and 6, we have an inconjunct the first was in inconjunct to Neptune. All right, so some sort of adjustment required to the, again, is it that you have been misinformed and then you figure out the truth? Because between 1 and 6, we've got that Uranus in conjunct, which is shifting our mindset. You know, it's really making sure that, you know, if we are having conversations with people, every person is being as articulate as they can so the other party can understand exactly what it is they're trying to say. All right, I'm very aware that this is extremely laggy today, so sorry guys. The internet is just, I don't know, playing up. All right, now after 3, we also start a square to Jupiter. So I just think that can really exacerbate the tension. So it's, again, it's really, really a carefully planned day, or oh, the words I got then was carefully enunciated. So if you are in these adjustment periods where there's tension and, you know, an easy frustration level, keep an eye on your mouth. Keep your ears open and watch what you're saying. All right. Now, the sun is also trine Chiron. All right. So that we've got the sun Chiron action as well. This is a healing thing, but it does give more of a medical aspect. So, you know, if you are feeling a lot today, do you need to go and have something dealt with? Whether that is GP, a naturopath, a psychologist, whatever. Like, go and get your ailment dealt with. Okay. Um, Now, the moon is, of course, conjunct the south node, another medical aspect. All right. So, you know, it is what it is. But we are also healing and becoming aware of these truths that allow us to, in a couple of days, when that sun is conjunct the south node, release a lot of things. You know, we're being made very aware where we're sitting. So there's that. And after 12 o'clock, the sun starts its conjunction to Mercury. So we have the next full moon eclipse on the 28th, and on the same day that we have the Mercury Cazimi. So you can see it's going to be huge. So all of the little breadcrumbs of awareness that are sort of being put in our place lead to this bigger picture on the 28th. So in 10 days. All right. Now, because okay, because the moon's in Scorpio, and that is also a very financially orientated placement, it is, you know, it is taxes, shared wealth, you know, investments, blah, blah, blah. With Venus in Libra, I actually think it's quite a good day because of the Venus opposition Saturn, which is, you know, weighing up the consequences of being an adult. It's actually quite a good time to do any of your, you know, getting ready. So, in Australia, we have our tax at the end of June, right? That's when our new financial year starts. So, now would be a good time, these next couple of days, to maybe dig out your, if you haven't done it yet, maybe you could dig out your receipts and start to get that tax preparation done. Again, it's just a good time for it. So you could do that. It's not so much about budgets, it's more about taxes. Okay. And then yeah, so this is the accountability. And you know, if you are in a relationship, then do it as a joint thing. All right. It's just going to work that way. All right, because it's joint finances. So get your partner, or if you don't have a partner, get all your receipts out and start to do some strategy and planning financially. So that's my hot tip for the day. With the Jupiter trine Saturn, we're also looking that we're fortunate and we're getting a good balance of things. So, you know, there's a lot of things to weigh up, but again, Sam, it's just me. I think something's completely wrong. I don't think that I'm working. If you are here and watching me, Sam, it still says 1 minute, so I don't know what's going on. I might not even be live. I don't know. But it's saying I'm 9 minutes and 25 seconds in, but there is no one here, and Sam, it still says 1 minute. So if you are here, hi, sorry. So I will draw the card, and I'm just hoping that this is actually recording. Actually, maybe I can have a look on. Maybe I'll have a look on Facebook on my phone to see whether it's working. Or if you are, text me or message me to say yes, it's working. Yeah, okay. All right, guys. I can see that there are people here on my phone, so it is working. Sorry, I can't talk to you directly. All right, so I'm going to do the Scorpio cards. Yay! All right. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. I can tell that it's laggy and doing weird things, but yeah, all right, thanks. All right. Okay, which card is going to be perfect? This one. Okay, this one is, how teachable are you? Oh, I like this. I like this because there's so much awareness, all right? There is so much awareness in the air, you know, and the deep feelings, that the inner truths, the you know, our guides lighting the way, or if we're in a dark space, you know, we have that inner light and wisdom, all right? Well, you know better. You know what to do, all right? So this is card number 9. Okay. All right. What are some of your favorite things to do? All right, sorry, the first bit is, are you open to learning new things in life? How high is your desire to let go of judgment? Debt, oh, sorry, I said debt, but it says doubt, another financial thing. Negativity and self-sabotage. All right, what are some of your favorite things to do? Is it watch TV, go shopping, play golf, drink, gossip with your friends? Are you willing to give those things up in order to create time to learn something new? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? What is your willingness to really apply what you learn? And that is so important. We have a very full toolbox of things we've learned throughout our lives, and we so often don't go back there and go, "Oh my God, I know that." All right? So maybe it's a good time to dig deep and find that toolbox. You might be learning many new things, but be resistant to change. Every time you think, I already know this, I've heard it before, this doesn't apply to me, your ability to learn diminishes enormously, and it is at this point that you might become virtually unteachable without realizing it. Unless you apply what you have learned into your life, you really won't know it. This card is beckoning you to not only be open-minded, but to take specific action towards change. Now, in the words today, I've written that, you know, you're here because you want or need change, whether you like it or not. All right, so don't be afraid of where you're at. We've got that beautiful Moon trine Mars, giving us some courage and confidence. And yes, there are strong feelings emerging. We are very aware of our wound with that, you know, opposition to Chiron first thing. So, you know, this is all about communication, whether it's with yourself or your guides, you know, really paying attention to the feelings that you're having. Use that Chiron retrograde to ask yourself or your senses, or ask your body, you know, why are you hurting in that area? Maybe go get your Louise Hay out, and she's over there somewhere. Go get your Louise Hay out if you have a specific body hurt, and see whether your body is trying to tell you something. All right. So with that, my loves, I know you're there. Thank you so much. I will go, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you all have a day that sees this flow smoothly for you. So, mwah.